Hi, Paraton Weather Meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, June 2nd. Another cloudy and seasonably warm day in the Mid-Atlantic region ahead of a significant rain event coming on Thursday and Thursday night. Really, for much of the eastern third of the nation, there can be some downpours later tonight through tomorrow night into the day on Friday, and some strong to potentially severe thunderstorms as well. We have probably a couple different time periods for the heavy rain threat in the Mid-Atlantic region. One being late tonight, early Thursday, and then the second one being late in the day, Thursday into Thursday evening. Looks like some hot weather is coming to much of the eastern part of the nation by the time we get to the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time period. The chances are high temperatures on Sunday afternoon, Monday, and Tuesday in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City will be at or above the 90-degree mark. Let's start off by looking at the total precipitation forecast from NOAA for the next 3 days. This goes from this morning, Wednesday morning, all the way into Saturday morning. First of all, I want to point out the pretty soaking rain event from D.C. all the way up to New York City, for example. Half an inch at least in the D.C. metro region, even as much as a couple inches of rain on the table here, especially for north of the Mason-Dixon line on Thursday and Thursday night. Again, there will be plenty of downpours, it looks like, during this 24 to 36 hour period from after midnight tonight to midnight tomorrow night, let's say, even into the day on Friday. And really, much of the eastern third of the nation is in store from some pretty decent rainfall over the next 3 days. And also down across the southern half of Texas, significant rainfall. Meanwhile, out in California and much of the extreme southwestern part of the nation, a very dry weather pattern. Really, much of the northern plains and northwestern U.S. very dry as well over the next few days. Well, this is a forecast map from NOAA's Storm Prediction Center for the probability of severe weather on Thursday and Thursday night, with a slight risk of severe weather in the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philadelphia and all the way down, actually down to the south central part of Virginia. Combination of a warm front early in the day and then a cold front late in the day. And again, these two frontal systems may be associated with some downpour activity, and the best chance for strong to severe thunderstorms most likely Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening right along the I-95 corridor region. There is the potential for such a threat for heavy rain, and maybe some flash flood advisories will go up as well in the Mid-Atlantic region for tomorrow and tomorrow night. Well, I want to focus in on the next 48 to 72 hours or so with the NAM model, because I think it has the best handle of all the models on the situation coming for Thursday and Thursday night. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the ensemble run of the European model with regard to 850 millibar temperature anomalies, just to kind of go through the transition from seasonal warmth over the next few days to very warm conditions, hot conditions by the time we get to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in the Mid-Atlantic region. Starting off in the current 5-day period. This is the average over this current 5-day period, basically near normal over the next couple of days, and then we get to above normal over the upcoming weekend. But watch what happens to this expansive area of above normal conditions as we push forward. It tends to drop to the south and east, encompassing the Mid-Atlantic region, the upper part of the Midwest, by the time we get to next week. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook from June 7th all the way to June 12th. And again, I think in the I-95 corridor region, let's say D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, probably Boston as well, looks like very, very warm conditions develop for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Beyond that, a little bit up in the air whether or not cooler air can make its way from Canada into the northeastern part of the nation, but certainly have a hot stretch of weather coming up later this weekend into at least the early to middle part of next week in the Mid-Atlantic region, the Northeast U.S., and the Great Lakes. Well, now let's focus in on the next 48 hours or so, and again, there can be some downpours in much of the eastern third of the nation. Let's look at the 500 millibar vorticity field using last night's run of the NAM model. Again, I think it has kind of a better handle on the situation with regard to two separate periods of heavy rain threat coming on Thursday and Thursday night in the Mid-Atlantic region. First of all, quite an impressive upper level trough starts off the day here on Wednesday, situated out over the middle part of the nation. You can even see kind of a rotation in the wind barbs here. Upper level low sitting right in this region. That is the main culprit. It just slowly works its way to the east. And the fact that it's a slow mover with a lot of moist air ahead of it based on that, as a result of that strong southwesterly fetch of air on the backside of an Atlantic high pressure system, it'll encounter a juicy atmosphere, and heavy downpours can occur towards the morning, into the morning on Thursday, and then again later in the afternoon into the evening. Kind of a warm frontal passage for the Mid-Atlantic region early tomorrow, and then a cold frontal system late in the day. And here we are all the way into tomorrow morning, and look, still a positively tilted trough, but a slow mover. A lot of southwesterly flow of air ahead of it, and that will be increasingly humid air, an important factor in the potential for some significant rainfall. Here we go all the way through the day into the evening. Still situated to the west, this upper level trough right here over the Midwest by the time we get to Thursday evening. This is the time period where there can be some strong to potentially severe thunderstorms in the Virginia to, let's say, upstate New Jersey, upstate Pennsylvania geographical region. But this still kind of hangs around into the day on Friday. This is the Friday morning forecast map, and with this upper level feature still situated on top of the northeastern quadrant of the nation, still the threat of showers, maybe a thunderstorm on Friday. But watch what happens as we get to the end of this time period all the way out to the early part of the upcoming weekend. This is now Saturday afternoon. That upper level trough exiting off the northeast coastline, in a ridge not only builds into the Mid-Atlantic region, but really takes over throughout much of the southern U.S. And this is a hot weather pattern right here with hot conditions, above normal conditions expected, it looks like, in this kind of a pattern right through the southern U.S. and extending into the Mid-Atlantic region. The ridge even builds in more by the time we get to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And again, hot weather for D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, maybe Boston as well. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, high temperatures at or above the 90-degree mark. Well, in terms of precipitation, again, could be two separate bands of heavy rainfall on Thursday and Thursday night in the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's move forward here. It certainly can be a shower late today, north and west of I-95, but for the most part, just a mostly cloudy, rain-free, seasonably warm day in the Mid-Atlantic region. But by the time we get to late tonight, early tomorrow morning, it could be that first band of heavy rainfall. Here it's showing up here on the NAM model. This is kind of associated with a warm frontal system pushing off to the north. And notice we have this flow of air in the atmosphere out of the south or southwest to the north. High pressure sitting over the western Atlantic. Is kind of a Bermuda high setup here with, on the backside of that ocean high pressure system, very moist air pushing northward up along the Atlantic seaboard. And again, there can be a burst of some heavy downpours late tonight, early tomorrow, associated with this advancing warm frontal system up and down the I-95 corridor region. Then we move forward. That warm front passes through. Could be a little bit of a break in the action. I like what the NAM model is doing here. This is late morning, midday, early afternoon hours. And then we go forward later in the day, and here we have another band of heavy showers, maybe some strong to potentially severe thunderstorms early tomorrow night. This is associated with a cold frontal system. So again, it could be kind of two separate waves of rainfall on Thursday and Thursday night. One from late tonight, early tomorrow, and the second one late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, associated with that cold frontal system. And there goes, it will kind of align all the way up and down the I-95 corridor, all the way into about, let's say, midnight tomorrow night. Then on the day, Friday, can be some residual showers, maybe a thunderstorm, as long as that upper level feature hangs on top of the region. cannot rule out a shower or thunderstorm on Friday. But then the ridge starts taking over, and here we go all the way out to Saturday afternoon. High pressure ridge starts to take over and expand. You can see kind of a system right here. High pressure ridge takes over not only into the Mid-Atlantic region by Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, but really throughout much of this part of the nation. There'll be high pressure ridging at all levels of the atmosphere, except for southern part of Texas, maybe into Louisiana, where there will be residual moisture and lingering showers and thunderstorms. Much of the area underneath the high will be rain-free and very warm again. High temperatures Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday at or above 90 degrees in much of the I-95 corridor region. So heavy downpours, maybe some strong to severe thunderstorms Thursday into Thursday night for the Mid-Atlantic region. Then hot weather coming to much of the southern U.S., the eastern U.S., Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's it for now for ParatonWeather.com. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.